didn't just have a good month, they pulled 28 million views in the last 30 days alone. And here's the part that'll actually make you stop scrolling. Depending on the month, that channel alone is pulling anywhere from $6,900 to $111,000 a month from AI-generated animation videos. And it's not slowing down. Their most recent video by itself picked up 2.7 million views in just 6 days. Now here's the part that matters. Every single one of these videos is doing the exact same thing. 3D mannequin-style AI animation, used to tell documentary-style stories. Same format, video after video, and it keeps pulling numbers like this. So in this video, I'm going to break down the entire process. Start to finish writing the script, generating the footage, adding the voiceover, making thumbnails, and editing it all together so it actually looks professional. And to make it even better, every tool I'm using in this tutorial is completely free, so it doesn't matter what your budget looks like, you can follow along and build this right now. And just so you know, this isn't theory.
2 men, same first name, same day. Only one needed surgery. A clerk pulled the wrong chart. No one checked twice. The surgeon trusted the paperwork. The paperwork was wrong. By the time anyone spoke up, the incision had already been made. A second clerk noticed. It was already too late to undo it. The hospital called it a system failure. No one called it what it was.
Here's one I made in under 15 minutes using the exact method I'm about to show you. To make this whole workflow easier, I've already built a master template prompt that does the heavy lifting for you. It's been carefully designed and optimized specifically for this 3D mannequin documentary format. So instead of starting from scratch every single time, you just plug it in and it consistently spits out high-quality, well-structured prompts. Want it? Drop a comment saying 3D documentary and I'll send you the exact prompt I use completely free. Once you've got it, download the prompt document as a PDF. You'll need that in the next step. Now open Claude AI. This prompt was built specifically for it, so this part matters. Upload the PDF into the chat and hit send. Claude will immediately start processing everything built into that prompt. Give it a few seconds, and it'll generate 10 different documentary video ideas for you. Read through all 10 carefully. One of these is about to become your video. For this demo, I'm picking idea number 7, so I'll type 7 and send it. Claude's going to ask one more question before it moves on. How long do you want the video? I'm going with 30 seconds. Type that in, send it. Here's where it gets important. Claude will now generate a detailed character reference sheet prompt, and this is the part you cannot rush. This reference sheet defines every character that shows up in your video: appearance, clothing, color coding, body type, accessories, the whole design. Skip this step or rush it, and you'll get random glitches and inconsistent characters across scenes. Get it right, and your characters stay locked in from the first scene to the last. Copy that entire character sheet, prompt every detail, don't miss a line, and head over to Google Flow. Inside Google Flow, click Settings, select Image Mode, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and leave the output at 2. For the image model, select Nano Banana 2. Paste in the character sheet prompt you copied, and hit send. Watch it starts generating your character sheet immediately. And there it is, your character reference sheet, with every character that's about to appear in your documentary. Now go through it and find the cleanest version, no errors, no inconsistencies. Once you've picked the best one, trash the rest. Only one moves forward. Back to Claude. Type locked and send. This is the step that pulls everything together. Claude will now generate a full scene breakdown for your video, telling you exactly how many scenes you're working with. For this video, that's 6 scenes along with the complete voiceover script for the entire video, narration, and all. At the bottom of that response, you'll see one more instruction. Type start when you're ready. So type start and send it. Claude will now generate the complete image and animation prompts for every single scene. This usually only takes a few seconds, so don't skip ahead, let it finish completely. And once it's done, you'll have image and video prompts ready for all 6 scenes. That's your entire pre-production done, characters locked, scenes broken down, prompts ready. Next, we're turning these prompts into actual footage. Now copy the Scene 1 image generation prompt and head back to Google Flow. Drag the character sheet into the timeline as your reference image. This is what keeps your characters consistent, so don't skip it. Double-check your settings. Image mode, aspect ratio 16:9, output 1, model nano banana 2. Once everything's set, hit generate. This usually takes a few seconds. And there it is, your first image, ready to go. Same process for Scene 2. Head back to Claude, copy the Scene 2 image prompt, go back to Google Flow, paste it into the timeline, add the character reference sheet again, and hit send. From here, it's just repetition. Run this exact loop for every remaining scene. Copy the prompt, paste it in, add the reference sheet, generate. Once all 6 images are ready, it's time for the part that actually brings this to life animation. Back to Claude. Copy the first scene's animation prompt, return to Google Flow, add your first image into the timeline, and paste the animation prompt into the prompt box. Head to the Settings tab. Video mode, 16:9 aspect ratio, video model Omni Flash, duration 6 seconds, output 1. Once that's all set, hit generate. This one takes closer to a minute, so give it time. Here's our first animation. Before you move on, play it back and actually check it for errors. This is the step people rush and regret. This one's clean, exactly what we wanted, so go ahead and download it to your device. Repeat that same loop for every remaining scene. Copy the animation prompt, load the scene image into the timeline, paste the prompt, generate, and only if it's clean, download it. Once all 6 animations are sitting on your device, we move to voiceover. Back to Claude, copy the full voiceover narration. For this tutorial, we're using 11 Labs to generate it. Head over there, paste in the narration, select a voice that actually matches the tone of your documentary, and hit generate. And just like that, your voiceover is ready. Play it once, make sure it sounds right, and download it. At this point, you've got all 6 animated scenes and a complete voiceover sitting ready. That's every raw asset done. Now we bring it all together. Open your editing software. I'm using CapCut for this. Start a new project, click Import, and bring in all 6 video clips along with your voiceover file. Drag the clips into the timeline one after another, in the correct scene order. Then drag the voiceover track in underneath. If the voiceover runs slightly longer than your footage, select the clips and adjust their speed until the visuals line up with the narration. This small sync step is what separates amateur-looking edits from clean ones. Next, captions, and I genuinely recommend not skipping these, since they make the video easier to follow and noticeably help retention. Go to the text section, select Auto Captions, and click Generate. CapCut converts the narration into on-screen captions automatically. Once they're generated, open the template section. For this video, I'm going to use the template called Quick. Then reduce the caption size slightly so it doesn't cover the important parts of your footage. Play through the whole video one more time and confirm the footage, voiceover, and captions are all properly aligned. This is your last check before it's locked in. One more thing worth doing here, add cinematic background music and subtle sound effects. Good sound design is what makes a documentary feel intense and professional instead of flat. Once everything looks and sounds right, click Export. Head back to Claude and scroll to the bottom of the chat. You'll see it's already asked if you want a thumbnail generated. Type yes and send. After a few seconds, your thumbnail prompt is ready. Copy it, go back to Google Flow, paste it into the prompt box, configure your image settings, and hit generate. Once it's done, download the cleanest version to your device. If the result isn't great, just go back to Claude, regenerate the thumbnail prompt, and try again. And that's it. That's the full pipeline, start to finish. If anything in this process wasn't clear, drop it in the comments. I read and reply to everyone. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. See you in the next one.